Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah. Sorry, I haven't done this with these many people, so a bit nervous, but let's crack on. Hello, my name is Noman Hussain. I am VP Software and Strategic Business Development at Pickering Interfaces. It's a bit of a long title, but what that means is I'm a programmer who can talk, so talk to customers, discuss about our applications. Over the years, I've done programming, then managed software teams, and now discussing customer applications and coming to these wonderful trade shows and exhibitions. So I'll give you a quick, brief history of who Pickering is. The idea of this presentation is to tell about what Pickering is and where we come from and what we are known for in the industry. Well, Pickering was founded in 1968 by John Moore with an aim to design high-quality read relays for OEM manufacturers. Pickering slowly starts to get traction since 68 with different OEM manufacturers, and it was not until 1974 the demand was so high that we managed to buy our own factory, sort of production facility, and start manufacturing our own read relays. This is located in sunny side of Clacton-on-Sea, sort of 2 hours east of London, and very well known for its fish and chips, if you like it. On the face of it, what Pickering does is they create relays. When they first started, a relay, by definition, is kind of a boring device if you think about it. It's just on and off operation. But having a reliable mechanism to ensure that operation can happen millions of times, every time, it does take a lot of years of knowledge, understanding, and innovation. As I mentioned, we design high-quality read relays. It's not a marketing gimmick, high quality. I'll try and give you an example of. Oh, how do you go to next? Okay, I'll go from here. Yeah, I'll try and give you an example of how the high-quality stuff that I'm mentioning comes into play. So when we first started creating relays, in order to get the best out of a relay, you've got a coil that winds around the contacts of the relay. But in the 70s, whatever you can find in the market had this plastic bobbin on it. And engineers at Pickering were a bit like, they weren't happy with the way this was. And the idea was, how can we actually come up with a design where we can take the lead frame and sort of put coil windings on it. And they got inspiration from, I think it was the early 70s when quartz watches came into being, where if you know about the engineering of quartz, there's a quartz sort of tongs with coil around it, and it sort of resonates, and that tells you the time. But one thing that was good about that was that the coil winding that goes on that tongue, that had no bobbin or plastic bit in the middle. So they started to sort of call different Swiss watch manufacturers and try to come up with, try to source the machine that is able to do so in read relay manufacturing. So they managed to source one of these machines, and then they designed the coil. There was a lot of trial and error that went in order to perfect the solution. But what they end up achieving is better magnetic field around the coil, which means better contacts. And yeah, I don't think there are many relay manufacturers that actually doing this, what we usually do. This goes along with, there are various things I can talk about that we do. There's a soft center thing that we have got, which means that there is very little physical strain to the mechanical components that move within the relay. We also look at things like mu magnetic screening, so you can put multiple relays next to each other. And all these technologies that we have embedded into this little bit of component makes this high quality. So That was John, who started the company. Then comes this chap over here, John's son, Keith Moore, who started with his dad building relays and decided that he will take some of those relays, put it onto a PCB, and create programmable switching modules. Initially, he started building products in GPIB, and we released our very first modular instrument in GPIB in 88. And in early 90s as well, it evolved into VXI platform, and we came up with various VXI switching products that were in the market. Then in 1997, there was a company on the other side of pond came up with this idea of PXI, a PXI standard, and that was released in NI Week 1997. How many of you use PXI? Oh, pretty much most of the people. Yeah, it is a wonderful standard, and I released it. This is the first photo of when the PXI System Alliance was created in 1998, and this is our guy in Pickering, who was as part of it. So Pickering was one of the very early adopters of PXI platform. And we joined the PXI System Alliance. The idea was we'll make sure that the standard gets maintained, that we will get multiple people joining it, and it becomes sort of an industry standard. And NI has done a wonderful job sort of promoting it. The reason I'm mentioning PXI so much is because PXI has just got to their 25 years. They've got 25th anniversary this year. And both NI and Pickering did a little bit of marketing campaign saying how good the standard has been. And there has been various reasons this standard has been so good. Some of the things that is, it's an open standard. There are 50 member companies that have joined this and sort of promoting this standard. Other than that, we have got, it's a compact form factor, it's scalable, modular. I had low cost there, but I removed it. Sorry. But one of the things I would mention is LabVIEW has played a pivotal role in putting face to these faceless instruments put next to each other. And that has been a true success of PXI as a result of LabVIEW being there. We provide a lot of LabVIEW drivers, and I'll be discussing that in the later slides anyway. But the very first products we released in 1998, they are still in service. We are still supporting it, and we will be supporting it for the another 15, 20, 25 years. Let's hope this standard carries on as it is. So this brings down to who we are currently. Pickering is a group of companies. We have got 2 manufacturing sites in Clacton-on-Sea. The picture I showed from the 80s. We have sort of grown a bit either side, got a few more buildings around it. And a manufacturing site in Czech Republic, so we don't have issues with Brexit anymore. We have got about 550 direct employees and got sales and support centers over UK, US, France, Germany, Sweden, Czech, and China. And we support wide range of industries, aerospace, automotive, semiconductor, and medical. And the 3 companies that we normally put these under to sort out the accounts is Pickering Electronics, Interfaces, and Pickering Connect. I have mentioned electronics and interfaces sort of doing PXI and components, but we also have a really nice cabling and custom cable division, which I'll talk about later. We have got a really nice cable design tool which can help you design any cable assembly. So, Pickering, in a nutshell, is a sponsor member of PXI System Alliance. We also are a sponsor member of LXI Consortium. LXI is basically land-based equipment that we also support with PXI for, whoa, there we go. I think there's a big light. Right. Agreed, but on LXI, I think it was the light that came in. Right, going back to it, Pickering got a huge, deep product portfolio. We've got over 2,000 PXI and PXI Express uh, modules that are available in switching and simulation, and we've got over 400 products in LXI. And this is because we have got a strong customer focus. We create off-the-shelf products, and then we create families of those products. And because we have got all the designing in-house, we make sure that the products are covered for their life. Basically, we don't try to obsolete any products because we don't have to. And we can easily design out any of the obsolescence as a result of it. So what kind of products we provide? We have got a wide range of switching solutions. We have got RF switching up to 8 gigahertz, microwave switching up to 110 gigahertz. We've got high voltage up to 9 kV, high current up to 40 amps. We've got switches, multiplexers, matrices, FIUs. Yeah, I mean, if you start sort of dividing the 2,000 plus products, you can see there's a huge range of products that you can look into. And on top of switching, we also provide sensor simulation and instrumentation. So programmable resistors, thermocouples, strain gauge, LVDTs, battery simulators, current loop simulators for sort of aviation and automotive applications. We also have our PXI chassis, PXI and PXI Express chassis in 8, 14, and 19 slot PXI, and in 8, 18, and we also release our 21 slot PXI Express, PXI hybrid chassis, sorry, with 20 available slots. This is also quite high power, so it means that you can have 100 watt per slot at 40 degrees and 80 watts at 55 degrees. And we have also got our embedded controller. So basically all the accessories that you need to use our product, or even NI or Keysight or anyone else's products for that matter. We have also got some LXI products. We have got some LXI chassis for sort of small applications where if you want to design something quickly, you can buy one of these 2-slot. It's got a built-in Ethernet controller where you can plug in a couple of cards and trial things out. And the way our options work, you can pick any of our PXI or PXI Express module, use any of these chassis. So you can either go LXI to the computer or going through PXI. And you can also have sort of embedded controller or use it in an NI or Keysight chassis. Programming, the reason we are all here. So we provide an extensive LabVIEW support for 32 and 64-bit of our, well, the 32 and 64-bit of LabVIEW. We provide extensive support for all of our products, which means we cover them. We provide these instrument I/O palettes, where we have got all of our different palettes defined. It gets installed as part of our driver installation. Because we had all the, I presume you guys know this better than me, but all the issues with different versions of LabVIEW, we make sure that we build the drivers to the oldest version because it's forward compatible, and it seems to work for us. So we do provide sort of drivers for both 32 and 64-bit. We make sure we check what the current version of LabVIEW is installed and basically install everything as part of it. And that's all guided by NI. And we do provide example programs for you to sort of get up to speed quite quickly. We have got a demo outside as well that I'm going to talk about later, but do go and have a look at it as well, please. And we do have support for LabVIEW RT, both FarLab and Linux. So yeah, we still support FarLab for some reason. Customers still uses it. I mean, it's not us. I mean, it's more customers' choice that they still want to use FarLab. And yes, we've got support for VeriStan. We've got very extensive support for VeriStan as well. We provide our own custom devices. We do try and work as closely as possible with with NI ecosystem. We Here I've got 3 Pickering chassis and 3 NI chassis daisy chained. I've got cars in all of them. I was running out of buses there. As you can see, they're all working in harmony. And yeah, it was a nice experiment to do to see how everything works. And yeah, we do have a lot of NI licenses, but in order to carry on our development, we had few volume licenses, but due to the increase of cost and the subscription model, it became quite challenging for us to try and support it. So we had to now use our licenses very strategically on which PCs things are installed and how we can use it. But I think that is a concern from the wider community. Although this is a sponsored presentation, but I'm also a very enthusiastic member of LabVIEW community. So while I have the opportunity, I will mention this as well. Thank you. Sorry. It's not finished yet. Although I'll try and finish it quite quickly, okay? I thought I'll just move it to a different topic. But yeah, we do have our cable design tool. It's free of cost. You can go try it out. Yeah, you can design your own cables. It gives you a data sheet that you can use free of cost. And if you want us to build it, there's a button you press it, and one of the engineers sends you the quote. We had to come up with something like this because there were lots of different connectors and lots of different cables that people need to buy, and it was becoming very difficult for us to try and support everything. So we had to create a tool in-house. But because it became so good in-house, we thought we would release it to the customers. It's free of cost. Give it a try, and do let us know what you make of it. Just to summarize it, long history in test and measurement. As I've mentioned, we have got a huge range of switching. I think I've already said all of that, to be honest. Right, we do have a Pickering demo outside. We have got LVDT, RVDT resolver module that we have got. It's got a long name. But it's got a resolver that is connected to this engine, and we are running everything from LabVIEW. Please have a look at it. Let me know what you think of the code, or not. We'll try and hide it, to be honest. But yeah, these are the people from Pickering that are here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you.